Alright guys, so today we're looking at a game on the Nintendo Switch called Night Squad. Now this is a local multiplayer game for up to 8 people on the Nintendo Switch. It's actually a game that's been around for a while. I have it on the Xbox One, and it's been around on the PC for a while. So I know that I personally like this game, so I want to show you guys so you guys can get a feel for what this game is like, what this game brings to the Switch. So let me go ahead and show you.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Night Squad on the Nintendo Switch. Wanted to give you guys some gameplay on this and a little bit of an overview of what this is like. So you can see here that we got some challenges that you can take part in here at the main menu. Tells you to pick a night. First one for the time being. And basically it has a challenge mode, and you go through and you have to basically beat these bosses and stuff that you can play. So there's some challenges that you can do with single player where you have to like take these bosses down. So, and it has a high scored leaderboard for each one, which is pretty cool. So that's a good single player mode that you can do, and it has leaderboard support online. The main mode, of course, is the versus mode. So the versus mode in the game is the meat of game. You can play up to 8 players on this, either with Joy-Cons or the Pro controller, any way you want to play it. I'm going to select blue here.
Savior.
And there is a variety of different modes that you can actually play in here. So, and if you don't play with 8 players, of course, it fills the game with bots. And you can see here the bot difficulty that you can select. So if you come up here, these are the different modes that you can play. So let's go through and take a look at a few of these. So capture the Grail is a free-for-all. Defeat your opponent to bring back the Grail to your base. So it's kind of like capture the flag, or similar to the way, except it's a Grail. Here is actually capture the flag. It's 4v4. The difference between capture the Grail and capture the flag is this one's a team-based one. The other one, it's a free-for-all. Soccer, 4v4. You guys should be familiar with what this should be like. Gladiator, which is a free-for-all. It's just who has the most kills. Then last man standing, be the last one to survive on the map. And then team deathmatch 4v4, defeat as many opponents as possible to win. And Juggernaut, become the Juggernaut to get the minigun. This is really cool. It's a minigun that sits in the middle of the playfield, and everyone has to rush to get it, and you only get kills based on the fact when you actually kill people with that minigun. So that's cool. And Domination is taking control of the beacons to earn different points. And Crystal Rush, protect your team's crystals while drilling through your opponents, so you're trying to get their crystals and while protecting yours. And then Jailbreak is another 4v4 mode, which is dead allies will be jailed and rescue them or lose the round. So basically every time you die, you go to jail, and if they kill all your teammates, then they win, or you can rescue the people on your team that are sitting in jail. Arms Race is you cycle through all the weapons in the game by killing other knights. Serial Killer as a free-for-all, you destroy all the other knights in order indicated by your spawning point, so you have to specifically kill certain people in certain orders. Soul Hunter, free-for-all, retrieve other knights' soul and bring them back to your spawning point. And then Random. So you can see that there's a lot of variety of modes in here. Obviously, we're not going to play through all of these. I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 of them just to give you a feel for what the game is like. And we'll start with the most simple one, which is just a free-for-all. And you can set the clock here, so I'm going to set this here for 2 minutes. And we'll leave the boss difficulty on. Alright, so here we go, guys.
1. Go. Skills takes the lead. Soul takes the lead.
Well here. So you can see that there's a lot of different power-ups that you can pick up. You can see I just picked up this bow over here, so now I got a different weapon. Got the purple guy that way. Soul just terrorizes through everything. That was a great power-up, except I just got killed. So there's some really good power-ups in the game.
Skills takes the lead.
So I can now drill through things. No! I'm trying to show off controlling on that thing. I can't do that. Here's boots, so you can just go faster. And I got a long sword. And a shield.
Triple kill.
Going there and clean the house real quick.
Triple kill.
That person had the raging bull. That was nice. Oh man, you just grabbed that sword before I did.
Triple kill.
Or I grabbed it and got killed immediately.
Triple kill. Double kill.
That guy just got a bunch of minions attacking everyone.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Double kill. Double kill.
Doing some work with this crossbow.
Double kill.
And just
Double kill. Triple kill. Double kill.
God damn it. Oh, that's a nice crossbow. Right here. Let me get that.
Double kill. 30 seconds left. Double kill. Triple kill.
Oh, I was coming by.
Double kill.
Plenty house with this. This is like a power one. This one like does damage when it hits the it causes like a
Four, 3, 2, 1. Skills.
Still lost by a long shot. Freaking pink, 821 points, 38 kills and 18 deaths. I had 30 kills and 11 deaths, but my score was only 259. So let me show you guys one more. Let me show you guys so you guys get a feel for the actual weapons here. Let me change the game mode to arms race. That way you guys get a bigger feel of the weapons and stuff because you'll actually see it.
Three.
Alright, here we go. Everyone starts up with a small sword.
Go.
I tried to hit them. I was behind the thing. I don't know what that was.
Smash takes the lead. Smash takes the lead.
Ah, man, I got excited about that. Thing. I killed him. He killed me. Got him with the crossbow.
Double kill. Freeze.
Oh, we're frozen. I got like a little type thing going on.
Solo takes the lead. Kill.
There we go. Yeah, sure. You would.
Smash takes the lead.
I gotta get too close to get stupid boomerang.
Double kill.
Boomerang.
Solo takes the lead.
I'll give you a long distance kill from that.
Double kill. Kill.
Are you done with the boomerang?
Takes the lead.
Done with the boomerang. got bombs. Hectic things going everywhere. Now we got like a lightning gun.
Skills. Wins.
Wins that again. 37 kills. I had 20. Oh no, I had 26. It is what it is. Imagine 8 of your friends going back and forth, yelling at each other for this game back and forth. Having a good time. A lot of different modes, a lot of different weapons, a lot of different power-ups. And then, of course, you can also cycle through and change. There's a lot of different maps that you can actually play in. So there's a lot of variety in there as well. And each one has their own, based on the based on the modes that you're actually playing. So yeah, there's a lot of variety in the game. If you guys are interested, yeah, there's definitely a lot of variety in this game. So I'm going to continue playing this some more. And then we'll get to the table and I'll tell you guys what I think. Let's go to booth.
Alright guys, so that was Night Squad on the Nintendo Switch. So this game is a game I'm really familiar with because I actually have played this game a lot, you know, back when it was released on Steam and when it was released on the Xbox One. I've been playing this game all the time. It's one of those games that's in one of my rotations when I, you know, have friends over and stuff because it's an easy game to play. It's an easy game for everyone to get into. Really simple for anyone to get their hands on and play. You know, it falls in the same line of like Towerfall and stuff like that. And this one allows more players to play, so if you have more than 4 people over on the Nintendo Switch and you have enough controllers and stuff to go around, this can play up to 8 people locally. So that's fantastic because, you know, sometimes you do have more than 4 people over, and this can be a true party game on the Nintendo Switch that you can play with 4 people. And there's an enormous amount of modes that you can play, you know, that I showed you guys there in the overview where, you know, you could do 4v4, you could do 4 versus the AI, you could do 6 people and throw some AI in there. You know, any combination of 8 works perfectly fine. And there's a lot of different modes that I showed you guys, you know, from regular deathmatch to team deathmatch to, you know, gladiator mode, king of the hill type mode, a bunch of different options in there that you guys can definitely pick. The only downside to this at all is really just the fact that there's no online multiplayer on the Nintendo Switch. So if you don't have enough people over, you're not going to be able to play it. This is probably not a game you're going to want to play a lot. You can by yourself. There is a couple of single-player challenges that they throw in there that even have leaderboard support, which is a nice throw-in for, you know, for them to throw you that in there. But, you know, obviously it's a party game, and you're going to want to have like 3, 4, 5 people in here to make the most of what this game is trying to offer you. And a lot of different options and a really good local multiplayer game on the Nintendo Switch. And has been one of my favorites on the other consoles that I've had it for in a while. And now I'm glad that it's on the Switch, easily portable, can easily play it. The only knock against it is just the fact that I wish I had online multiplayer. But that's basically it, guys. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.